Hey, if you're developing a business, you want to build out your business, and you want to have like a teammate that that you're able to call, brainstorm with, and someone who has more than 30 years in the business. I know I look young. I know, well, at least in my mind, I look young, but my grown ass is in my 60s. So I have this beautiful skin because I got bags under my eyes from being up late working with people and just trying to handle stuff. But the deal is that wow, I never ever tell people I'm in my 60s, but whatever. Anywho, I have like decades and decades of experience helping people build out their businesses. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do, quite honestly, because even though it's a different thing, I've done so much. I've been a government contractor. Did that for years. I have one of my partners. He's currently a government contractor, and he's doing okay. And his aunt is balling out of control as a government contractor. So I have resources, people that are doing the damn thing. If you want to learn how to, one of my former students who far surpassed me in building up corporate credit, he's a beast in building up corporate credit. So, but you would be able to chop it up with him. If you so desire, if you're one of our coaching clients, you'd be able to chop it up with him. You have me, business credit, personal credit, no stress, no problems. Business credit, personal credit, I just, I'm good at it. I'm not gonna, not toot my own horn. I'm good at that shit. And the thing is, though, right here, right now, it's just a building phase. I don't want you thinking that you're going to build it and go out and just start getting shitloads of credit cards and loans and all that kind of stuff. Because right now, with the way the economy is, you have to focus on the building stage. Because look, banks are about to go belly up. I mean, left, right, and center. Banks are going to go belly up. These larger banks that you know of, I'm just saying, even though I bank with B of A, because we've just had the accounts for so long, and I don't think that you should ever close down old ass accounts, because it looks good for you. I think that you have to take in consideration what these entities, these banks are going through, and it's not always good. I had Wells Fargo, closed that shit down. B of A, they're a little stronger than Wells Fargo and with less mess. But B of A is also in a precarious situation from everything that I'm hearing. And I just don't see the government being able to bail them out along with all these other large institutions. You can listen to even Jamie Dimon, the CEO, president, whatever he is, of JP Morgan Chase, and the things that he says are fucking frightening to me. Okay, we, according to a lot of these big baller, shot caller people, we are in a world of effed upness. I'll be nice. We're in a world of effed upness, and I'm just telling you, the things that you need to do to protect you, protect your family, and be able to come out on the other side of all this is you got to build up your personal credit. You got to build up your personal. I can't stress that enough. I have other videos that tell you how to do that in a pretty rapid succession, if you will. And also, you want to start building up your business and your corporate credit as well, so that way you're prepared all the way around, and then you can start slowly but surely transferring personal indebtedness into your corporation, right? And there's dozens of ways you can do that, and I'll show you how to do that as a client. So your first consultation with us or with me, more likely, is free, and we can chop it up. You can ask me anything you want. Just if it has to do with business, business development, building your business, building your personal credit and all that good stuff, you can literally call me. First text me, and then I will hit you back. You're going to go to our website, which is LLC and Corporations Plus.com, and you'll find our number there. It's a 562 number. You find that number, you text that number, free consult. You can put free consult, free consultation, whatever. But just free consult is all that's necessary. And then I will reach back out to you. And I will call you up. And hopefully it's a good time for you to talk. But if not, we can schedule a time and then we can chop it up. So, yeah, hit me. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want this to be too long. It's already 6 minutes. So that's a minute. That's a bit of time already. So you can hit me up. Once again, you can get your first consultation absolutely free. Chop me up, chop it up with me and ask me whatever you want to. And I will do my damnedest, my best to help you go through whatever it is you're going through in the process of building out your business. I've been a government contractor for years. I had my SBD, which is small disadvantaged business. I've been I had my 8A, which is another designation. I had actually 2 more designations, but it doesn't really matter. But anywho, I've been through all the government contractor stuff. I have a partner that's not like like black people partner. It's like, that's my partner. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit. He's not like a business partner or anything like that. Although he could be, he's my man. He's been around since, since, I don't know. I'd say he's been around since skateboards and tricycles and shit. So, he's been around for a minute. So, and he's doing okay. I'm say he's doing well in the government contracting arena. So, we have access to him. We have access to one of my former students who is a beast in building out corporate credit. He's a beast. When I first, I'll just tell you point blank. When I first met him, he had just come home. And for those who know what that means, you know what it means. He had just come home after sitting down for a while. And he found one of my advertisements. He called me up and, I got a thing for helping people. And so I helped him flip the script, and he did monstrously well, took what I learned, plus went out and learned some more. And he did the most. I mean, within 2 years of me knowing him, I mean, he had like all the credit cards and all this stuff, under his corporation. He was able to buy a truck, a car, and a trailer, all under his corporation. It's just, when you know, right? So, and that's one of the things that I think that you should do is learn enough to start transferring debt from you to your business entity. So if stuff goes sideways, you are not locked down. You are not technically obligated, right? You are safe. You are protecting your family and your family's future by not having a bunch of car debt and foreclosures and crazy shit on you personally. And you can do all that stuff. Even in today's environment, which is way fucked up, you can do all that stuff. So if you want to have some real conversation about building out your credit, brainstorming with somebody who's, been there, done that, and has access to other individuals who've been there, done that. If you want to do all that, if you want to chop it up, come together, learn some new stuff, plus develop what you're trying to do, you can do that for $49 a month. That's it. $49 a month. You'll have 30 days of access, and then if you like what you're hearing and what's being said, then you'll be able to pay another $49 and do another 30 days. That's it. No contracts, no long-term, nothing. You just pay your $49 a month. And as long as you're paying your $49 a month, you'll have access. If you want to learn about something that that you're not sure of, part of what we do also is I love buying information and then subsequently going through that information and seeing if it's real or if it's bullshit. And if it's bullshit, I discard it. If it's real and I know it works, either I've done it personally or someone close to me has done it, then I will pass that information on to you. I can't give you their shit. Like if I bought someone's program, I can't give you their shit. But what I can do is I can break it down for you and then subsequently tell you how it works. And that's part of that $49 a month is we're constantly gleaning, learning new shit so we can turn around and pass that on to the people that we work with. And so it doesn't matter. So, for instance, the whole thing of buying tax lien sales. It's more than just property, y'all. You can buy, oh my God, there's just so much that you can buy. I mean, so there's tax lien sales, there's U.S. government auctions, there's state auctions, county auctions. There's a ton of stuff. As a matter of fact, there is, there are people who've made boatloads of money by going to these various auctions and buying. And that's another thing I'll make a quick video about is that right here, right now, people are like, oh my God, how can I make some money? And I'm, shit's fucked up and all this kind of stuff. One of the things like you can do is drive Uber and Lyft, but not on the, you're driving Uber and Lyft because driving Uber and Lyft gives you access. That's the only thing you're going to use it for. It gives you access to their customers. And so people go, oh, but what about like a non-compete clause? According to the Supreme Court, non-compete clauses are bullshit. They're not legal. They're not worth the paper, or in this case, the signature that you sign, in the app or some shit. Non-compete clauses are nothing. And look that up for yourself. Don't take my word for it. So that's something you should consider. A lot of people make a lot of money by driving Uber and Lyft and then doing their own marketing, and using Uber and Lyft gives you you've gone through their background check, and you can tell people, hey, I got my background, yada yada. And then as people are getting in your car, where Uber and Lyft is paying you shit, right? Uber and Lyft is taking 70% and giving you 30% of the ride, and you're burning your gas, your wear and tear on your car, your insurance, all that bullshit. And they try to go, well, we pay insurance. Bitch, you got to. The state makes you do that. And they're just screwing their drivers left, right, and center. So what I would suggest to you is if you do drive Uber and Lyft, one of the ways you can make money is get some business cards made. They don't have to be fancy. Go to vistaprint.com. Get some business cards made. But I am going to tell you something that's very important. Get cardstock business cards, right? The flimsy shit, people throw away. The cardstock, people hold on to it for some reason. It's a psychological thing. It feels hefty in their hand, and it also makes you look more reputable. So get cardstock business cards, and it doesn't have to say much. All it has to say is your name, first and last, and your phone number, cell phone number. That's it. And you just go on people that have like longer, more expensive rides. If they're doing it every day, you don't want somebody that's hit and miss. If they're doing that ride every day, you can estimate what they're paying. So like hypothetically, if Uber or Lyft give you $18, that means that they paid $63 to $67 on a good day, maybe low 70s on a bad day. Okay. So why not charge them $40? And you just pick them up every day. You charge them $40. And if you had a handful of people like that, let's just say if you had, well, let's not get ridiculous, but let's just say if you had, someone paying you $40 a day, another person paying you 25, another person paying you, I don't know, 15, 20, something. But you just had $100 a day coming in that you don't have to sit and wait for an Uber ding or Lyft ding. It's just like, oh no, hey, at 6 a.m. I got to be over here. At 10, I got to be over here. You know where you're going, and it becomes so much easier. That's how people who are really doing it are killing it with Uber and Lyft. You're using their platforms to get your customers. That's it. That's number one. That's one avenue of doing it. If you only want to do $100 a day, find $100 worth of clients a day. Just give your card out to people. And also with doing that, you can also do airport runs. You're like, yeah. Hey, you know what? I do airport runs. I run errands. That's a big thing right now. I run errands for people. You need short trips, whatever, right? I can be your personal driver. Here's my business card. That's what people who are really knowing the game, that's what they do. And also what they do is they'll advertise. There's all these different places, Craigslist, Thumbtack, Air, something or another. There's a bunch of them. All you have to do is just put in sites like Thumbtack in your search, and it'll give you a shitload of places, and you just look through them and find the ones where people are offering any kind of driving. Whether, once again, running errands for people right now seems to be a big one, and it's going to be often for older people. You're going to run errands for them. The average on that right now seems to be about $25 per errand, right? So you're going to charge them, whatever the average is, and if you get to know them well, charge them a little less. $25. If you did, 4 $25 runs, the math is pretty simple. So you want to keep these things in mind. The other thing that you can do is make sure that your ass, in utilizing Uber and Lyft lots, go to every concert you can, every concert, large event, go, right? And there's an app that you can use, and the app is called Big, B-I-G. And what will happen with that app is you can have in really large letters printed across your screen the words Uber, and you're in the Uber lot. But what happens at big events is that it's hella confusing. So if you have that printed across your screen, what ends up happening is people will walk up to you and go, "Hey, Uber, I can't find my car, the Uber car that I ordered. Can you take me to whatever?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'll take you." They will, on big events, concerts and stuff, Uber might charge them, $80 for a 15-minute ride or something like that. And all you got to do is look it up on your own phone, how much Uber is charging to go from Coachella to Indio, hypothetically. And then I'm just saying, because that was a big thing for a buddy of mine. $2,000 in two. Actually, it was like closer to $2,500. I mean, he was running like crazy, but he was collecting cash, and such a large event, the whole Coachella thing. People were they wanted it when they were ready to go. They were ready to go, so they didn't mind, paying $100 for 30 minutes down the road, that kind of craziness. And you can do that too. And it doesn't have to be that event, but in other events, there's so many avenues that are available to you if you're driving Uber or Lyft. But you just have to get out of the mindset of I'm not saying don't turn on the app. I'm saying turn on the app for sure and get that money in between your other stuff that you're doing, right? I don't know how I got off on this tangent. I think I just wanted to tell you some ways to earn some extra money. If you needed to make an extra $100, $500 a week or whatever the case, it's pretty simple to do it that way. So, look, if you want coaching, hit me. Go to our website, LLC and Corporations Plus.com. Once again, the number's there. It's a 562 number. You can text free consult, and I'll hit you back. I'll call you up, and your first little consultation will be free. And then after that, it'll be, if you like what you got out of it, and you want to, pay the $49 a month, no contracts, no obligation. You do it month to month. If you like what you're getting, if you like the information that I'm providing, then cool, you stick with it. If you don't, then it's a wrap. You just stop. But that's it. We can, I'm available to you once you're a paid client. I'm available to you anytime you need me. You'll text, and then at my first availability, I'll call you back. I have other people I talk with and deal with on a regular basis. So, it might not be the most instantaneous callback, but it'll definitely be pretty rapid. So anywho, that is this video. It's longer than I wanted it to be, but it's all gravy. Take care, y'all. And this is Pascal, always live, never AI. Take care.